Yang ni muka surat pertama. Apakah yang perlu kita buat untuk hari ini? Of course, later I will speak in English. No worry. Okay. I will speak in English later, but not now lah. Okay. Then now let us check. Jenny, how do you have it? Okay. Then now I have the book. Okay. Then now let us check. For this one, right? Then now let us check. What are we supposed to do today? Remember one thing. Most of you are TTC human, right? If you are non-TTC human, no worry. Whatever you learn today is just an extra to ensure you can do something in your midterm. If you are somebody who cannot score in BM, based on today's lesson, make sure you can score in certain part. Then what if you are somebody? What if you are somebody who already know what's BM? Just make sure one thing. Make sure you do not feel panic in your final exam. Okay, settle lah. So what are we supposed to do for SPM? Always remember one thing. In SPM, BM, no more objective. How many papers do we have? We have 4 papers. So paper 1, paper 2, just make sure you clarify. Paper 1 is all about essays. Paper 2 is all about any other subjective question. Okay? Then teacher, how do I know what will come out in exam? My dear, BM can come out anything. They do not have a specific thing where you might be telling me, teacher, do you think I can spot question? Sorry to say that you can't. Yeah, langsung tak boleh. Okay, yeah? Yes, really nice one. It's all about general questions. And then before today's class, right, none of you did any revision, right? Then later we will check whether you are able to answer questions during the class. So Joey, this is the proof that even though you did nothing before your exam for BM, actually you all can answer question as well. Just make sure you do not feel panic. Understand? Settle up. 3, 2, 1. So paper 1 is all about essay. Essay in BM we call ESEI. Okay. Paper 2 is all other subjective question. Other, no more objective. Then, so for your essay, you just need to understand one thing. We have 2 essays. Do you have a choice? Sorry to say that you have no choice, except for a long essay. You can choose between 4 questions. Then you choose 1 question. That's all. Okay? Easy, yeah? So for part 1, which is your short essay, the only thing I need to remind is your number of words. It is written that we need to write 150 to 200 words. Can you write anything more than that? No. Yeah, please do not do that. Because why? Your teacher will minus mark. Remember that. Okay, next one is your long essay. Is there any limit? Yes, there is. Then teacher, how many words? 350 minimum to 500. Teacher, my teacher said sometimes you can write more than 500 words. The teacher is only minority because most of the teachers in the market, they have to restrict your number of words. Why? Because the answer that you all always write a bit sad one. Why? You all only provide example. You all never provide current issue. Okay, 350 is a lot, right? Okay, so now I prove one thing to you. I had 1 from 5 students, this year from 5. What did he do last year? He didn't write 350 words, never. But he scored better than the students who wrote about 400 plus. Reason is because his thinking skill is totally different from others. And he is a banana. Banana means what? His BM is not very good. Yeah, he is English educated one. So what happened is in exam, be more aware that what we want in your exam is always your content. Isi kandungan. And then, how do your teacher mark your paper? It's about your grading. Why do you think sometimes you score the same mark as your friend where their BM is not that strong also? You need to know because the grading, they have like grade A, B, C, D, E. And then based on the grade, they have some criteria. Then for all those criteria, right, you and your friend fall at the same category. Teacher, what do you mean by fall at the same category? Which means the content is just there. It's not interesting enough to amaze the teacher. So never ever ask, teacher, why my friend and I score the same mark? It's because both of you are not that interesting. Yeah, that's why. So A, B, C, D, E. And if you want to score at grade A, what do you need to do? Content, and there is no tata bahasa error. So this is the key. And next one is, normally, where do you think the students will be? Grade C. This is the majority, which is about 45. Yeah, plus minus around 45 marks out of 70. Then teacher, which means I lose 25 marks. Yes. Is there any reason? Yeah, you are not that attractive. Yeah, you might be telling me, teacher, then how to score in essay? Or you need current issue, which is I don't want to see any example in your writing. Yes, any example will lead to downgrade system. Make sure one thing, do not write too much of example for essays. Short essay, long essay, also the same technique. Then your paper two, what do you need to do for paper two? It's all about tata bahasa and your sentence structure. What did you learn for past 15 years? Yeah, since your kindergarten till today, remember, it is all what will be tested. Yeah, in your final. Then, teacher, which part that I can score? There's that few parts. First one, you can score syntaxis. You know why I never highlight morphology? Because not many students know what is morphology. Because morphology is actually quite simple one, which is penggolongan kata. Later we'll be doing two papers, but of course I won't write essay with you lah, okay? Because all answers provided one. So penggolongan kata, I ask a simple question, yeah. May I ask, bukan? Apakah jenis kata bukan? Apakah jenis kata bukan? Jenis kata. Bukan ialah kata apa? Saya nak tahu. Ayah, Cheng Yi salah. Okay, Joey betul, Jasmine betul, nice one. And then Roshan betul, nice one. You know why? Because if you don't know this, it's a bit scary. Let us check why. Okay, Cheng Yi juga betul. Kita panggil kata apa? Kata nafi. Yep, to deny. And then based on this question, I will know that whether you are ready for exam or not. For first part lah. So kata nafi, and of course kata nafi we have another type which is like tidak. Two answers. Okay, settle up. Then next one, of course, we have multiple. Later we will go and check with the latihan. Then next one is, which part can you score? Kesalahan also. Kesalahan, which one can you get more mark? Which is your ejaan. Ejaan. Because I'm not someone very greedy. I won't ask you to score everything. Yeah, I'm not that crazy. But this is the minimum score that you all should have in your midterm. Otherwise, most of you will definitely feel BM. Okay, then next one, BMS is something where some of the students will ignore in exam. Why? Because you tell me, teacher, I don't memorize one. Who told you we need to memorize? Later, I will let you know, BMS, we totally don't need to memorize. Langsung tak perlu hafal. Jangan hafal. Teacher, I don't even know what is BMS, my dear. From text classic, we change to our normal language. This one, of course, I will explain later. What is standard? Modern as well. Settle done. Then now let us check. Teacher, like this only for bahagian A, out of 35 marks, which is the part that I allow you to ignore? I will allow you to ignore. Which one? Peribahasa. The only part that I allow you to skip. Because peribahasa, even though you memorize thousands of peribahasa, maybe none of it will come out. This is the only part where I will tell you, you can ignore. Okay? But what if you can answer? Just answer lah. Okay? Just try not to leave it blank. Then next one, pemahaman. Pemahaman, I only want to emphasize one part, which is your kebat. Because kebat is somewhere that you can score. Okay, kebat is something that you can score. Totally no need to make a choice, just answer. Why? Because it's all about critical thinking. And then from what I saw in TTC website, some of the kids stated they cannot think. Your thinking is not that critical, which means your point of view is like little kids. If your point of view is like little kids, then what happened? If your point of view, then read more current issue. And how to be more aware on current issue other than newspaper, whatever news that pop up in your social media, please ask the reason. using our essay technique. HYE. So this one we'll go for it later. Okay, what is HYE? Hawaii effect. Whatever answer that you write in BM paper is all based on point and Hawaii effect. Okay, essay plus your K-bar also the same. Then now next one is K-bar we just answer, right? Then next one is your novel. Anyone you decide to let go novel, then you are going to fail again because you already let go peribahasa. If you are going to let go novel, basically there is nothing else. Yes, Wei, nice one. I love you. 3 marks. You know why? We have like totally FOC 4 marks. We did this in class, right? 4 marks. We have 2 questions. Question 1, question 2. Question 1, salin jawapan. Totally copy paste only. Question 2 is K-BAT plus our sastera. Later, I will teach you how to answer. Yep. Then, teacher, how many marks? 3 marks, 4 marks. And then K-BAT plus sastera, 6 marks. So our novel only 10 marks. It is no longer like your PT3. They give you a question and then you just answer. No. Jadi why? Very easy one. No worry. Langsung bukan satu masalah. Later you will see. Then bahagian si rumusan, I won't go through the petikan with you. I will only let you know what are you supposed to do in your rumusan. Because rumusan, the main thing is the format. Rumusan yang paling penting tu format. Kalau format salah, idea yang telah kamu cari juga akan salah. Cikgu, sesetengah cikgu di sekolah, mereka akan bagi kosong markah. Okay? Boleh ya? Jadi why you don't like rumusan? Rumusan is something that you can score, you know? Yeah, you can score. Later I will tell you why. Because all answers are copy-paste. Totally no need. You know where will you lose mark? Your opening and ending. Nothing. Rumusan only. Settle? Then now we'll move to all those questions. Semua soalan. Oh, Chingy, you have been doing rumusan so many times, but still wrong. You know why? Because you analyze the petikan wrongly. Now let's check. Go. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, for listening and speaking, some of your school teachers already did speaking, right? For your midterm, then your speaking, listening. Remember one thing. When you speak, make sure you have one thing called confidence. Yeah, this is how you score. Why some students, they have point, but they still cannot score is because the confidence level is not there. So make sure you know who you are. And then it's just like how I speak to you today. If I turn on mic for everybody, can you speak with fluent VM plus you do not feel panic? How do a person know that you are panicked? Based on the tone, based on your pace. If you speak like wow, I can tell you one thing. And yes, Chingy betul, how shaky your voice are, which is they know that you don't know what are you supposed to speak. And one more thing is you keep repeating what you have been saying. Yes, correct, Joey. Go and find a mirror. Is your best friend. Yes. And then the best way is, you know, when I teach you, I look at the camera and I'm looking into myself. Nice, Wei, nice. So it's not about how many BM words you have, but how strong your confidence level is and how do you persuade people to listen to your point. Because in SPM, the examiner, the invigilator, they are not listening to you. Only your school teacher will. So make sure you train yourself from time to time. Okay? And my student did something last year for Form 5 1. They record themselves and then you play back. This is how you know whether you feel panic in your speaking or not. Yeah, you don't feel it when you speak, but you feel it when you watch your playback. So this is what you need to do, man. Yeah, because he very panic whenever he speak to me, even though face to face. Yeah, his voice super shaky, like what Cheng Yi said. And then he is a boy, And then what happened is I will ask him to record. Then you all will find out what is your, I wouldn't call that mistake, but weakness. You can overcome it. Very easy one. Okay, just do it. And listening, most of your teachers never do for this round. Some of them will do, which is like maybe after your writing exam. Okay, or Cheng Yi shivering, then play with your toes. Play with your toes. And then one thing, how to make sure your speaking test you can qualify to get higher mark. First one, your essay. If your essay is not weak enough, it means you are actually quite strong in your speaking because you already have the point in your mind. Because the point in your speaking, right, is actually from all of our essays. So if you did a lot of essays, basically you are ready for your speaking test. Okay? Can Boleh? Siap? Then now let us move. 3, 2, 1. Let us check for our nota how to write essay. Told you just now, we need to write about number of words we did just now. And the paragraph, I will emphasize one more time, which is short essay, 3 paragraph for EC. But some of your teachers, they allow you to write 2 paragraph. They allow you to write 2 paragraph. No worry. Which is total. It can be 4 or 5 paragraph. Nowadays, a lot of teachers, they are quite kind. Yeah, they only want you to write 4. But always ask your own BM teacher before you proceed to your exam hall. Because some of them, they will always have different answer. Every year, every semester, always ask them. They are the one who mark your paper. Whatever we do today is only a preparation for those students where you never listen in class, where you do not have a BM teacher in school, then this is what you need to listen to me. But otherwise, all other students with a proper BM teacher, ask them. Okay, cannot, because they love to be different sometimes. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Next one, for your short essay, must use the point given. Okay, this is what you need to know. Next one, long essay. How many paragraph? Total 5 to 6 paragraph. Because some teachers, they are quite kind. You only need to write 3 EC, but to play safe, oh, doing your teacher still 7 because so far when they change the new format, right, I only have minority teacher ask the students to write 7 paragraph because 7 paragraph is my era. Our era is 7 paragraphs, yes. And then if your teachers want 7 paragraph, is because they want more point, which is your teacher is a strong teacher. Why? Because she knows that content is more important compared to your opening and ending. When you need to write more content, it means your contour will be deducted. So this is the idea. So make sure you know it. Okay, done. 3, 2, 1. So 5, 6 paragraph. So Joey, you are the only one who writes 7. Anyone else in this class, your teacher asked you to write 7 paragraph? Yeah. For your essay, long essay. And this one, our EC is about 3 to 4. 4 perenggan untuk EC. Because now majority is 3. Yep, Chunyi, okay? She wants your sentence really long. It's not sentence, but paragraph. Sentence very long. Basically, some teachers will stop it. You know why? Because some of you will write super long sentence, but it becomes irrelevant. Yes, Isin, yes. Okay, settle 2 essays. And then now, Chunyi, okay lah. Keep it short, keep it clear cut. This is how you score in writing. Then next one, how to write an essay. My dear, our marking system. And then is it if the teacher asks for 7, if you write 6, will it mark? No. You know how your teacher mark your paper? It is based on first one, your first impression. Remember just now I give you the table, the grading system. This one, this is how they give you mark for BM. If your impression mark is very low, it means the grading will be low. And then what happened is your mark will be in that category. This means your class students will always have the same mark among all. Yes. So make sure you know why. Most of you will get the same mark with your peers. And then Changi yang mana satu? Oh, is it for sure not enough time one? Changi, this one, screenshot. Why you don't have notes, Changi? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, the format, the grading. The grading is in most of your teachers' schema. And our notes already have this. Yes, Joey, this is what I need in this class today. I need to make sure you can give me point within a minute. Thanks, Changi. Come. So you see, our essay writing skill, basically, no matter who is the teacher in the market, you know that if you want to write an essay, and then a minute lah. Okay, you all did it right in normal day. So when you read your question, TKKF is totally not a problem. But my morning class, I have some kids who give me wrong T. May I know TKK and F stands for what? TKK and F. Changi, nice one. Joey, thanks. Perfect. And then let me check. Changi juga betul. Nice one. Easy, right? Not a problem. And then Regine, terima kasih. You know why? If you give me wrong answer for T, okay, Zizi tak apa. Yeah, very late. Never mind. Oh, today my class will end at about 6:15, around 6:15. It depends on how quick you are. Okay. So topic, because just now Chinese class end at about 10 minutes late. Yeah. Okay, Joey, great one. Thanks. Yeah. Changi, nice one. This is what I want to tell you. So topic, kata kunci. This is what you need to find before you write an essay. And then just now, Changi told me, your technique menulis. My dear, this technique menulis is only applicable to TTC because in school, I have more than one type of teacher who has different technique. First one, which is like the recent years one, these 3 years, is Toho Choco. First one. Next one is 6-7 years ago is Imbaku. But no matter which technique, you always need to remember one thing. Your Hurayan is based on Hawaii effect. Yeah, Changi, this is what recently most of the teachers use. Because you know why? Why the school keep changing is because when they change the textbook, they will always provide a new technique. So if you ask me, as a even if I am a learner, a teacher, or a student, I will always tell you to write any essay, whatever language, to prove that you are somebody who have a skill, is always never use skill. Yeah, never use a design skill and your teacher realize you follow formula. This is how you all don't get good mark. Then teacher, how? Then, can you see this? Whatever question it is in your exam, Hawaii effect. Can you see? TDC, we use Hawaii effect English. But your school, what do they use? Hurayana, and then they use it in BM. Mengapa, and then kesan, all these. Whatever, or whoever using the technique, right? Actually lah, apa-apa pun sama. That's why if you found out somebody who teach you different technique, just take it, okay? No worry. And then you know why? Your school teacher will teach you 5 days, 5 times a week. So you remember that more than TTC. So in TTC, normally, and when I write essay, I never use any technique. Just remember, whatever point you all wrote up, this one, isi, always continue with the Hurayan, which is how, because some students, right, even though I tell them, oh, you need to hurai, you know what is the question? The student will ask, how to hurai? This is the idea. That's why TTC never use huraian. Because huraian itself is just elaboration. How do you elaborate? You need to let me know. You have to give me certain hint or any guideline. How do we hurai based on the main point? You tell me, how does it happen? Why does it happen? And the impact if it happened. Yeah, if our point is about langka, you have to tell me, how do we do it? Why do we do it? And the impact if we did it. Understand? So this is how you elaborate. Not just by telling me, oh teacher, after EC we write Hurayan and Chonto. Yep, that one is in general. But to play safe, to make sure you can write a proper essay in exam, make sure you know you ask the correct question. Yep, Changi, betul lah. That's why some faktor karangan they put cara is because why? It's about last sentence already, or it is penutup. Whenever question asks for anything, always answer question based on the main point, so that you don't get out of topic. And there is another way where you all won't get out of topic. Teacher, how? I always don't know how leh. You see what you answer, right? You don't know how. So what to do? Your teacher teach you before. School teachers, we call ayat penegas, which is in TTC we call ayat konklusi, ayat kesimpulan, whatever. Just make sure you repeat the main point after your Hawaii effect. Okay, konklusi, kesimpulan also can. Then this one basically is ulangkan idea utama. Okay, understand Settle? Yes, Chengyu betul. Every paragraph of your EC. You know why? Because last time my era no need one, but nowadays the students when you all elaborate too much. Yes, which is a bit nonsense, and it is something what we call out of topic 离题了. Okay, then what happened is repeat the main point so that you can cover which is for the main point for that paragraph. Okay. Then teacher opening and ending like, do you know that in order to score in BM, your opening and ending will be the key? Teacher, yes, ma'am. Yep. You all thought opening and ending only 3 lines, right? No. And some kids will say, teacher, opening, I write very good one. But then I still score very low. You know why? Because your penutup is like the kid penutup. Yeah. What is the idea? Where your penutup, you only give me 1 sentence and you give me 3 lines. You thought you are very strong. Teacher, 1 sentence got 3 lines, Yeah. Anybody can do that. Yeah. What's so different? Yeah. What is so important that you can write 1 sentence with 3 lines? Everybody can do that. So what are you supposed to do? Opening, we cannot write content. This is the main. You cannot write any isi in your pendahuluan. This one, basically, most of the students understand. Next one is, I write down first, TYEK, you explain the topic, and then why do you say so, and what is the effect if it happened, and then your keyword. Because if you never mention keyword, it means I don't know how you link it with your content. Yeah, that's why we always need an ending for your pendahuluan, which is the keyword. Then next one is your penutup. Some kids, what did they do? Since they are primary, their penutup, they always write all points from the EC. They make a conclusion. Penutup, they repeat what they wrote in your essay for EC. This is how you fail again. Why? Because penutup, I need something called, okay, ayat kesimpulan, everybody knows. This one, you are very strong one. Yeah, kesimpulannya blah, blah, blah. This one, everybody very smart. Yui, I love you, thanks. Yep. What is our C dan H? Yes, Changi betul. We always need a specific character for the suggestion. Yeah. Which is cadangan and then harapan. You all might be asking, teacher, what if my answer for EC is cara? Already cara, then I also need to write cadangan. Yes. This is how you excel, be an outstanding student in your essay writing. Do not touch and go for your conclusion. You all thought you can just write, kesimpulannya kita haruslah blah blah full stop. This is how you put yourself into a lower grade. Yeah, if your tata bahasa is weak, they will minus small mark. This is how you get about 38, 39, but you never get 40 marks. And actually, involve is like melibatkan diri. Bergaul is like mixed with. And then now you see how many cadangan and harapan do we have? If you are very strong, some of the students they can write one cadangan with the harapan, and it leads to about 6-7 lines. Yeah, then you are quite strong. Then 1 cadangan will be enough. But what if you are students where your sentence is very short, then you give me double cadangan, just like that. This is what and how do you ensure every paragraph they have the same line. They must be equivalent. Normally, for long essay, I will ask for 1 paragraph, long essay, satu perenggan, about 6 to 8 lines. Don't tell me, teacher, do I need to count number of words in my essay writing? No, my dear, you don't have enough time, okay? Cheng Yi cannot. If our, what's that? Cheng Yi asked me if the acara is our EC, right? Then do we write the same idea? No, we cannot. We have to come up with new idea. That's why we always need to think from the person who can do something. And then Changi, which karangan must count number of words? I can tell you all one thing. Every essay. Yes, every essay. Because last time no need one. But now short essay need to count, long essay need to count, rumusan also need to count. Why? Because all part with word restriction. Yes. If you don't count, some teacher don't take it seriously one. Some teacher will minus mark. Yeah, Joey, yang tu, your teacher will open one and close another. In SPM, right, short essay and rumusan must count. Long essay still fine. You know why? Even though I said you need to count for everything, right? But why I said we only count line first? Because this is what a judgment you can have before you write over the word limit. Yes, always know the judgment first. Never ever do something called canceling the word right after you found out you exceed the number of words. Don't do double work. Yes, don't waste your time. Yes, because we only have 2 hours for essay writing. Okay. Then next one is all essays are the same, right? Problem is some essays they are very tricky. They gave you nothing called keyword. Then I want to ask my old student, when questions do not give us keyword, what do you think you can do? When your question never give you keyword, what do you think you can do? When question never give you keyword. So what do you think we can refer to? Yes, is it I love you perfect? Normally only old students or students who came for a seminar before you know this, because sometimes your teachers are very playful and they never give you any keyword. Then you need to create on your own, which is FCUK. And what is FCUK? Totally not a problem, because why? Faktor, cara, usaha, and kesan. And one thing, my dear, do not give me kebaikan, kepentingan, apa tu, kesan negatif, kesan positif. Very nice one, thanks. You know why? Because kesan, we do have positive and negative. Always remember, big picture is more important than anything in a language. Yes, big picture is more important. Later when we do essay, right, also the same. Later I told you, I only have 1 minute for you to give me the point, because I need big picture. Instead of you keep giving me the content, which is huraian. Okay, can I? So now this is how you can do for paper one. Study the question and then look for the keyword and then write the point. That's all. Then BMS, I will do it later, not now. This one is just for your reference. Okay. Then 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, my dear, 2 hours no break one because not worth Yeah, jangan. Don't ask for a break, okay? Okay, very nice one. All students know that no break in classes. Okay, then now you see for rumusan, I want to ask anyone in this class, you never do rumusan before. Because how do I know? Oh, Changi, you lag Okay, then ask your family members, don't use the internet. Yes, yeah. Okay, then you stay nearby the router. Okay. Then next one is anyone in this class, you never do rumusan before. You know why I ask this question? Because when you my dear, my Mr. King, never. Because you know why? Rumusan is the easiest to score. Don't leave it empty. Why? First one, as long as when you read the passage, you will exactly find out the keyword. It is what we call focus in rumusan. And then Roshan, if there is like 3 focus, but then you write only 2, they will only minus 1 mark in your pendahuluan. And then for your EC, they will minus 4 mark. Because 1.2 marks, you are losing 4 marks, 2 points. And then, yes, Chengi betul. Rumusan only copy paste from passage. And then, Mr. King, you know how do you do in exam? Normally, for students who really don't know rumusan, you can use this way. Other students cannot. Other students cannot. Because I don't allow students to use shortcut. Because shortcut will only lead you to a way where you don't want to study. And then Wei Xiang, Rumusan, no need huraian one. All contour, just ignore. Rumusan, remember, first rule is we have focus. Focus means what? Our keyword. Huh, teacher, how do I know what keyword or how do I get the keyword or my dear, your keyword, how do you get it? When you read the passage, they will give you. Yes. But of course, sometimes, normally only in TTC notes, there is no keyword given. Then I will discuss with you in class. But in Yes Changi Betul, keyword is in title. They will give you from the passage. You can find out the keyword with the topic. Yes. And then you see, what are we supposed to find? Cari, focus. And normally, we have minimum two focus. Minimum. Maximum will be actually, if you ask me, and then Changi, yes, repeating the idea, then it is our title. Then, now, my dear, if you ask me, in school, right, you only learn, you have two focus and then three focus, correct? This is what you learn in school. Sometimes, and then yes, Changi betul, not each paragraph, each bahan must have. Because sometimes, right, only petikan have focus, and then bahan graphic, they only have point. Yeah, which is the same focus, but they have different point. So be careful on that lah. Then later we'll be doing also, I will teach you how to look for it. Instead of like ask you copy, 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 copy. Okay, then now let us check. When we have to cari focus, right? What happened is two focus. How do I know it is our focus or not? There is a key thing. Minimum 2 point untuk satu fokus. Which means if I found one isi, for example, cara mengatasi masalah sosial, then I only have one cara. Does it count as my focus? No, because I only have 1 point. Understand? This is the key. Yeah, Chingy, thanks. Then, so Mr. King, I remember in exam, don't leave it empty. We try our best. At least we get 10 marks out of 30 marks. We can leave it pendahuluan penutup get 0, but at least isi we need to score. Yeah, it is too extreme lah. And then yes, Changi betul. Every bahan must have isi, but the isi it depends on, okay. Sometimes it is repetitive one. And then yeah, Joey betul. Rumusan is the best part to score. Yes, correct. Then next one is if there is 3 focus, then how? Same thing lor. Minimum 2 isi lor. Because some kids they are confusing, because they say, teacher 3 focus, then how many EC? Same thing lah. If you found 2 EC, then you have 3 focus, then go ahead. But the idea is total point is 8 EC. Jumlah EC. Second, jumlah EC equals to 8. Which means if you are somebody who cannot understand word, right, then we write it max, okay? Which means F1 plus F2 equals to 8. But teacher, what if I have 3 focus left? Which means F1 plus F2 plus F3 equals to 8 also. Easy? Not that difficult, right? Understand, huh? Satu. Okay, thanks. And then, teacher, then how many paragraph? Remember, what I do is 1 focus, 1 paragraph. But some school teachers, they ask for fokus 2 dan fokus ketiga, kamu gabungkan. Anyone in this class, your teacher teach this. Yeah, where if you have 3 focus 2 and focus 3, you combine the paragraph. Okay, actually, tak ada, nice. Because normally, a teacher who want to make their life easy, right, always remember 1 paragraph, 1 focus. Changi, your school teacher haven't teach rumusan, what the hell? Exam coming soon, no? Tapi, worrying, tak apa. You all just do it, okay? 3, 2, 1. Then now let us check. This only teacher. Yes. Then next one is our EC, right? Every single sentence, one sentence. Every single point, 1 sentence. Do not combine. Because sometimes your teacher just cannot find out. Yes. What if you just lose mark? Then 2 back 2 set long. Just remember 1 point, 1 sentence. That's all. Then next one. Pendahuluan, just I have given all and then this one 2 marks, and then how many marks for your EC? 8 points, my right? 8 times 2 lor. 12 marks. And then we see peribahasa cannot be used in rumusan. Rumusan no peribahasa, and then we don't need quotes. All those cogan kata juga tak perlu. We only need main point. Contoh juga tak perlu. Okay. Then isi 8 isi times 2 marks, we have 16 marks. Okay, for isi. So 2, 16, and then penutup, we have 2 marks. So total 20 marks. Then where is another 10 marks? Your tata bahasa. Can I? So 20 marks isi, 10 marks tata bahasa. That's why total, not tata bahasa lah, your bahasa, your language. Where the easiest way to score for bahasa is your penanda wacana. Yeah, Joey, betul. You know how they calculate for the bahasa mark? If you get 20 mark for your content, right? Then what is the mark that you score for your bahasa? 9. Yeah, they always do something called divide by 2 from your total isi mark. And the idea is you all cannot get full mark for writing. Yes, no full mark for writing. That's why rumusan maximum 29. Because Chingy, you know what is the reason? The reason that I saw in schema, nobody is perfect. No one should get full mark, even though it is rumusan. Say I can understand. Yes, Chingy, betul. So, Joey, betul? Definitely no. Then Chingy, why ask for full mark 30? For fun. This is the idea. Always remember, there is always like room for improvement. Okay? Then now penutup. Remember, there is a certain key thing for you to remember, even though you score 0 lah, but at least you tried, okay? So what is the idea for penutup? Jasmine, can I get 30? No. None of the humans should get 30 because in schema, maximum you all can score is 29. Yes. That's why Jasmine, remember that. So penutup, we have to use ayat pasif, which is, can you see all our answer in Bohandi? Can I? In Bohandi, even though you ask me for essay, right? Can I score very high for essay? No. Because why? All markers in the market would assume you all very weak. Nobody is perfect. Okay? Then Joey, accept nice, I love you. In Bohandi, kecuali KGND 1 and 2. But this one, remember, for our rumusan penutup, right? A must 100% to use in Bohandi. But next one is, we cannot put ole. Must ignore. Why? Because we cannot have watak. Must ignore. Because of second reason. Okay? Cannot put any watak. No. Hey, Cheng Yu. Oi, Cheng Yu, you are the only one more. Weird, huh? Anyone else in this class? Your teacher say can put ole? No. For rumusan cannot. But Cheng Yu, for other BM sentences can. It's just that for penutup, only penutup. Yes. Because we have second rule, which is cannot put watak. That's why, can you see? We do not have watak. Totally no. And I want to ask any teacher. Joey, the teacher cannot put kita. Is correct, ma? Yeah. And then Chingy, this is the idea. Yeah, Chingy, betul. Penutup must be passive till they make an official announcement. My idea is always no changes. Yes. If they have any official announcement, then I will announce in class. Yeah. And then, Joey, nice one. You see, Joey told me the teacher said cannot put kita. Then Cheng Yi told me the teacher said watak is kita or masyarakat. Remember one thing? Watak is always based on our topic. Why? Because some question we do not have every single person. Some question only refers to remaja or like golongan belia. So always refer to the petikan for watak. Never ever make a judgment on your own. Okay? That's why penutup totally no human. Yeah, Joey, betul. Totally cannot. So can you see? But unless you tell me But teacher, the topic say, masalah sosial dalam kalangan remaja. Can I write that? Yes, Isin. This one. Then you have to write lah. Masalah sosial dalam kalangan murid. Then you cannot assume it's kita. Totally cannot. Unless in the petikan, they use kita. Otherwise, totally don't use it. Use the word which is given. This is how you play safe. Always remember, essay also the same, Isin. Essay also the same. Never ever assume kita if the title never write kita. We always use the character given. So this is always the safest way. Yeah. Macam betul, if tadi watak, you use watak as kesimpulan, normal essay lah, but not rumusan. Because rumusan 100% cannot use the oleh siapa. Unless the topic is masalah sosial dalam kalangan remaja, then harus diatasi. Then okay, that one okay. Just that right after imbuhan di cannot put oleh. Boleh? Just remember, only after imbuhan di cannot put watak. All the other area can, okay? Yes, Chengi betul. Only for penutup in rumusan. Get it clear? For those who cannot make it clear, right? Then what do you need to do? Delete everything. You leave it blank for penutup. Write using your own way. Because you know why? Rather you keep thinking on what to do, I would rather you just simply do. Yeah. Because you might be thinking like, wow, teacher, this one so irresponsible. You know why? What is the point to study something that you don't even know what are you studying? Yeah. So you can do your revision from time to time, but not at last minute, where you cannot find out till the day you sit for exam. Okay? So use different way, at different situation. Then next one, your keyword for those kids who are really weak in BM, what to do? Your kata kunci is all provided right now. Then what you need to do in exam, not exam, not normal day, because in exam already last minute. What you need to do, remember every single keyword. This is your test. Yeah, not now, but at home. Right after class, you do this at home. Boleh? Siapkan di rumah ya. Lepas tu, your kertas satu in exam. Let's check if this came out in your exam for short essay. What are you supposed to do? We already know in normal class, I already told you, when we read the question, always from bottom to top, because it is the easiest way for us to look for our EKK and F. Because from here, I already know that based on pendapat, I do not have any format. And then I have my topic straight away from here. Then, of course, just now we mentioned number of words, 200 lah. Settle? Then next one is, do I have any keyword? Do I have any keyword? Easy, right? Thanks, Isin. If they never give us what to do not give me FC UK first. Thanks, Changi. Because why? They give us the dialogue. We need to identify from the dialogue first. Because do not feel panic like, wow, teacher, they never give us anything. What do I do? What do I do? My dear, no point to keep asking yourself, what do you do? Just do something. Yeah. So you see first one, from the dialogue, the picture itself, later you will know what is the purpose. Then from the dialogue given, our Saiful say something. Besar sungguh jasa pemimpin, they only said jasa. But what was the jasa? They never mentioned. Then our teacher said something. Benar Saiful, pemimpin telah berjuang untuk membebaskan daripada penjajah. This is our tugas. What did they do? What is their jasa? But may I ask, from last sentence, your teacher mentioned something. Kita patut menghargai jasa mereka. May I ask, from both of the conversation, what do you think I need to write for my content? What do you think I need to write for my content? What do you think? Easy, right? Totally not a problem. Chengyu betul. Yogi, first one. You all know why? Later I will tell you why. Yes, Jasmine, betul. You see, I told you all, you're very smart one. Yeah, it's just that sometimes you don't want to. Yes, we see betul. It's all about cara, peranan, langkah, usaha, anything. For what? Menghargai jasa. Yes, is it nice one? So from here, we know that our idea can be cara usaha langkah peranan, but it can be anybody lah untuk menghargai jasa. And then is it usaha pemimpin? Then a bit salah because usaha pemimpin, what does it mean? Our pemimpin effort. But what are they asking for? What can we do? What can we do to appreciate them in our life? So usaha menghargai. Oh, but I need to emphasize one thing. The pemimpin, right? They can be the late or they can be those who are still exist in real life. It can be anyone. Okay, dah? Because they never say pejuang. If pejuang, then maybe most of them are late one. Okay, yang telah meninggal. Then now let us check. Yeah, because they gave us nothing or no point. What I want from you right now, in a minute, give me all points. Bagi saya semua isi. I write the topic, all those first. You all type your answer for me. What do you think we can do to appreciate them? Type your answer. I will be waiting. Okay, Cheng Yu boleh. Yang lain bagi jawapan. Very easy one. Then let me check. Okay, Maya betul. And then Cheng Yu betul. And then, Joey yang ni salah. My morning class also a lot of kids give this. And then, Isin yang ni juga salah. Later I tell you why. Okay, Wei yang ni juga salah. Because it's about menghargai dan bangga akan tanah air mah. You know, right? Most of you give me the point relates to the country, not the leader themselves. Yeah, this is how sometimes you all do not get perfect mark. Yeah, because our idea is the pemimpin, not our country. Yes, Joey betul. Need to relate to our leader. Yes, Cheng Yu betul. And then Cheng Yu yang tu juga boleh terima. And then Isin yang tu juga boleh. But tell me how. Tell me how to do it. And then Cheng Yu yang mana satu? Can. Yang tu boleh. Roshan betul. You know why? You all, how many of you are? 35 of you. You all same as 90 human in the morning class. Same. Regine, thanks. Most of your answer only relates to what? Your pihak sekolah, your sejarah, and then your statue, the road with the name. Most of you only gave me 2 points. But do you know if you want to excel, you know what is the third point? I write down first, and the idea you all gave me record in textbook, right? Do you know who is the responsible person? It's not guru. It is always our, yes, I love you, okay? Our KPM, Documentarian Pendidikan. And this one relevant to our mata pelajaran sejarah. Lepas tu your buku, all those like catatan. But always remember, okay, Cheng Yu yang tu juga boleh. Yes, I love you, Joey. Perfect, great one. That is the last point. Yep, Cheng Yu boleh. Buku teks, yeah. But remember one thing. I ask you all a question. What you all study in your textbook? Do you really understand what did they do? And then, wow, hey, I je, yeah lah. Then, yes, Joey, thanks. And then Cheng Yu, okay. Mostly about country Cheng Yu. You know why? The only reason you study is for exam. Okay, Ziqi yang ni juga boleh. And then, remember one thing. Your Kementerian Pendidikan, not just sejarah, catatan. How do you remember all of their contribution when they have a quiz? Like all of you. Do you love BM? No, at all. Langsung tidak. How come you will study for a BM? How could you attend class today? Thanks, Joey, for example. So if you want people to know about the historical person or for our leader, you always need to put some test. And then let me check. Yes, izin terima kasih. Ya, Joey reality, huh? Realistic ya. Okay, and then Cengyi, desak murid lulus dalam peperiksaan sejarah. Boleh juga, but that one we don't put it. You know why? You need to try to put your EC into more relaxed version. Like, students don't like to be forced. Like all of you. Our government stated students must pass sejarah. Do you know that a lot of them don't like it? So how to ensure you love something without I forcing you? You all remember, other than quiz, Chang, you remember one thing, menggalakkan totally useless one. Like when I encourage you, like today I tell you, budak-budakku ya, kamu haruslah rajin belajar BM. Adakah kamu akan rajin? No. Yeah, don't cheat yourself. You will never because people encourage you. Yeah, Chang, thanks. Joey pun prize hadiah, all these. You have the reward system, your ganjaran. And students love something called fun. Yes, very betul, the motivation. That's why over here, you have all those like lawatan. Like what Ziqi told me just now, the museum. Lawatan to museum. But normally museum is for like only the past. Yeah, so this is why we need museum. Have you been visiting to museum in Malaysia? No, you never. Because why? Your school don't even bring you over there. They only want you to study and score in exam. That's why, you see, your point never ever start about peperiksaan. This is how you different from your friend. Okay? Boleh ya? And then kami memberikan motivasi untuk golongan muda. Okay? Boleh. Tapi yang tu, kerana ada apa, just now you told me the statue, and then the road, the name. Do you know that Malaysia actually, recent years, right, about 10 years, for the past 10 years, they changed certain road name because to remember. Yes, Joey, betul. And those pemimpin, most of them are still alive one, which is the current leader. Yeah. Most of you from Klang Valley, right? Do you know that Klang Valley have like Jalan Tunku Abdul Rahman? But do you know that sometimes at other states also we do have Jalan Tunku Abdul Rahman? Yeah. And then that's why. And then we think, can we buat ucapan tentang mereka? We can say something about them, like documentary, like what Joey told me just now, but we do not give ucapan only. Like syarahan, I ask you a question, if there is syarahan, anyone, if there is syarahan, anyone in this class, you will participate to talk about our leader? No, unless you were being forced by your teachers. That's why. So whenever you write a point, ask yourself first. Because in my class, I only want student to write something where you can persuade yourself. Then only you give me your idea. If other rencana tu, then you will go, of course, memorize early mah. So this is from Kementerian Pendidikan, include with schools. Okay. Then Changi yang tu juga boleh karya buku cerita tentang tokoh, which is our bibliography. Which is number 2, our pihak kerajaan. You know, I have the book for Dr. Mahathir. Saya ada buku Dr. Mahathir, saya ada buku Donald Trump. Memang ada. That is about their bibliography. What did they do? Yeah, during their management. Yeah. Changi, yes. Yeah, Changi betul. But Donald Trump was a businessman when I had his book. Yes, he is a businessman. Totally not a politician. Yeah, langsung bukan. So it is that very long time ago. So when he got elected as the prime minister, president, then only I realized, the name so familiar. So this is the idea lah. Okay, then pihak kerajaan, what do they do? You all give me the word statute. So we do have the word called membina tugu. Can you write kepentingan menghargai just for the kata kunci? No, because your teacher, the teacher in the dialogue said what? Kita patut, which means you have to tell me how to, instead of like why do we need to. Because the idea is why, kepentingan is like to menghargai mah. That's why you don't write kepentingan, no? So pihak kerajaan, what you will say membina tugu, which is the statue. Then next one, you all have the buku bibliography. which is the book, okay? And then, of course, you can do something, the name of the route and anything else. Cheng Yu, yang tu rakam video is for media social. Later I tell you why. Because why? All these buku and tugu, they need official publication. Yeah, but video no need official one. Because why? That one is based on everyone. If you can dig a reel, yeah, you all know this week, right? Yes, the reel from who? These 2 days, you all saw it, right? Yeah, Cheng Yu betul. Yep, betul Joey. And Changi, my prof tu juga. Can you see now how powerful the social media is? So, Bill, this one, I will talk up with all those with official one. And then, yes, correct. You think this is the one? Yes. Bangunan, jalan. And then, Changi, bibliography is like their biography. Everything about what they did, their kejayaan, their jasa. So, this one, nama for jalan and bangunan. Okay? Boleh ah? And then you know why I need to split media sosial? And then Changi can use a harta negara. Harta negara is more on like asset, but asset can be anything. So to be more exact, it will be either building or the road. So harta can be money also considered as harta. Tanah also harta. So tak sama lah. That's why. Then next one for number 3, your media social. So can you see when you write the point, right? Always put short elaboration so that you know you won't repeat the main point and you won't repeat the same huraian. How come some of the students, when they write halfway, they stop and they tear off the paper and they rewrite? It's because you know you are repeating the same point. Okay, so rangka karangan in exam, you have about 5 minutes only. Yep. Then for media social, rakaman video tentang jasa pemimpin. You all might be very curious. Teacher, got use one meh? My dear, you see, if you get too much information, how to know which one is the best? Split. If you have too much information, right? Split. Do some combination. Yes, Joey, betul. National Geographic videos. Can you see? National Geographic video, not everybody will watch it. Yeah, but people who watch it are those who really with great mindset. Yes. It is the same goes to our rakaman jasa pemimpin. If you are somebody who don't know how to appreciate, for sure 100% you will never appreciate. But people who watch it are those who can do some analysis. So this is why sometimes you do have students who are smart learner, some students who are like you just live your own life, you never realize what is happening around the world. Yeah, so this is what we have, what we worry. Students only select something that you want to study. That's why you all are not all-rounder. You're only very strong in your respective industry. Yeah, so be careful lah. Like science students, your physics camp, your level is like God level. But when it comes to languages, sometimes for those who never study and understand, you get very low mark. Okay, boleh ha? And now rakaman video, what for? This one is for untuk diingati, or like you can write memory also can lah, untuk diingati generasi muda. And then dijadikan teladan. Okay, can I understand? So this is how you all think. Never ever tell me, teacher, how do I think? My dear, how do you think? How I effect? Yeah, whatever happened in your school, right? They are the same. They are the same in your school. Whoever who teach you BM, they are using the same skill. Yeah, no rubbish in your essay writing. Okay? Done, 3, 2, 1. Settle, really nice one. I'm not going to do full essay with you. And long essay also I won't do with you because I want to do paper 2. Paper 2 is quite important. Yeah. Paper 2, we have 100 marks. Essay, we have 100 marks, 30 plus 70. And how do you do for your short essay is what you need to do for your long essay. They are the same technique. Just that in exam, you need to choose one question out of 4. That's all. Okay? Boleh ya? And the paragraph and words we said just now, and how you make it into a same line I told you just now, about 6 to 8 lines. So done. But short essay, 5 to 6 lines will do. Don't write more than that, idea. Control yourself. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So long essay, we mentioned just now. Now, nothing to do because why? Your exam polani, your answers are all provided. But today you cannot scan first because my teacher haven't opened the access. So because they worry students copy answer before coming to classes. Okay, boleh. You all scan after weekend. Then next one. Hey, exam 4 questions, choose one. Don't do 4. Yeah. And I think you all are not that rajin also lah. Then next one, paper 2, my dear, morphology. I'm not going to do full with you. I will only teach you the technique to score. Okay, so bahagian A, 35 marks we mentioned just now. Which one can we score? Syntaxis. But does it mean I'm not going to teach morphology now? No. The morphology that I want to teach right now is your acronym instead of adjective. Adjective, I never want to teach because it's too easy to describe. What is acronym? Changwi, answer? Because you asked me what is acronym. And we did this for many times. Like what? Like what? What is acronym? I want to see how strong you are. Okay, Jorga. Half correct. Changi, yeah, you give me English word for what? Yeah, it is singkatan, but is it correct if you give me singkatan? Because Isin also gave me short form, but do you all know that short form, singkatan, what do we have as an example? Isin, that one is singkatan. And then Joey, not a must to be kata nama Haswan. And then Changi, yang tu actually not singkatan, BKN. Because that one is only for our kamus. Then only we use that. Because normally we don't use that. Then ta is officially kata singkatan, where we can actually use in our essay in dialogue. Then what is ta? We call kata singkatan. What is the kata yang penuh? Wah, Changi, your battery almost run out. Go and charge lah, weh. Okay, Isin, thanks. Joey, thanks. So this is what we call short form. Then ta is actually tidak. Smart one. Then what is acronym? It is what we combine. Changi, you outside. Okay. Use your parents' contact. Yeah, phone. Phone can or not. So what is acronym? Gabungan huruf dan dijadikan satu perkataan. Is this the key? Not yet. I want to praise students who are outside and you all coming for class. My morning also got this kind of students. Yeah, they attend class for 1 hour plus and they say, teacher, I cannot already. My battery run out. Wow, good one. Then now, gabungan huruf dijadikan satu perkataan. But next one is top up something for me. They must be able to pronounce. Boleh disebut. Disebut means what now? Pronounce. Changi, I also love students who study at home. Yeah, don't get heartbroken. So disebut means what? Pronounce. That's why for those kids who want to select JPN, then I will minus mark. Those kids who want to select JPN, then 0 mark. Okay, totally 0 mark. 3, 2, 1. Because I want to ask you, can you pronounce JPN, my dear? Can you pronounce that? Joey, thanks. Yeah, you cannot write Japan, Japan. Langsung tak boleh mah, right? Yeah. Then Changi, you same like my morning class. I got one student also gave me Japan. The smartest one in my class who gave me Japan. 0 mark lah. So this is what happened in exam. Then next one is which one is our acronym? The easiest one in our BM industry, the easiest one that you all always have is Cherpen. Can I ask, what do you think Cherpen stands for? And then COMSAS, what do you think COMSAS stand for? Yeah, Joey, betul. Yes. Kai Huai, you got coming back. Kai Huai, you came in the morning, right? You attend Bible class, okay lah. Then Chen Yi, thanks. And then Yuan Chi, thanks. And then Roshan, thanks. Jurega, thanks. And then, the oh, Kai Huai, okay, boleh, boleh. Then Isin, betul. And then my Chen Yi, kosong maka computer asas ujo. Then Jurega betul, Roshan betul. My dear, Yuan Chi juga betul ya. I scared I forgot to read your name. Okay, Cici, mengapa ada baharu? Baharu memang baharu, new. And then what is cerpen and komsas? Cerita pendek. And then what is komsas? Komsas is not a word on its own. Component sastera. This is the idea. Okay, done. Easy. And then of course, the one that I mentioned in my morning class is Madani. Yeah, Joey, yeah, The one that I purposely mentioned in morning class is Madani. Why? No, not morning class, Chinese class. Why? Because Madani is an example where they do not get the word from front. Yeah. All of the example is like what we get from front, right? But sometimes, right? Not sometimes, quite a lot of times, the word itself, we do not get the alphabets from front part. It can be any part of the word. Anyone in this class, you know what is Madani. Do you know that Madani stands for something, right? Not just what you all say. Oh, cikgu saya tahu salam Madani. Ayo. Ayo, Joey, okay. Then what do you think Madani stands for in from our government? Wow, Changi kosong maka. You know what Changi gave me? Maharaja ini. Ayo. Wow, Wehing Malaysia something. Ayah, salah. How How leh? Okay, Changi boleh. Okay. Now, simple one. What is Madani? This one, my kids in their Chinese class gave me because me myself, to be honest, I cannot remember. Yes, Jerry, thanks for Google it. Yes, me myself, very honest one, I don't remember at all because they only get the alphabet. You know what is the answer, Madani? Kemampanan. Joey gave me that, which is sustainability, and then kesejahteraan, then daya cipta, and then hormat, then keyakinan. Can you see? This is how ridiculous it is. Yeah. Then last one, number 6 is sun. Okay. And this is what we call Madani and what we call acronym. Boleh. Kemampanan means like sustainability. How long does it last? 坚持. Then kesejahteraan is like how blessed you are. And then daya cipta law, creativity law. This one I don't need to write lah. Hormat, to respect. Keyakinan, your confidence. And ihsan. My dear, ihsan, make sure you know it. It is our, for those who learn in, yeah, betul, Joey, betul. Not insan, insan is orang. Ihsan is reputation. 对对，不然的话 I write say bahasa Cina. Yeah, Joey, betul. So remember it, huh? Don't confuse. Insan is manusia. Okay, tak sama ya. That. Then now may I ask, from the passage, what kata acronym that you found out? What kata acronym you found out? Ayah, Roshan salah. A lot of kids gave me that word also. Banyak. Bahana is actually case negative. It is not acronym at all. Ayah, my 事情 juga salah. Enci terima kasih. And then, is it yang tu cuma singkatan? Because they do not combine alphabets mah. And then Yunchi, terima kasih. I love you. Perfect. But the second answer have to take off the imbuhan. You know what is our answer? We have two answers. First one, easy one, purata. Next one is what Yunchi gave me, which is hakis. Why do we need to take away terhak? Imbuhan ter, because it is imbuhan. No need imbuhan, because we only look for kata acronym. Ada imbuhan. Remember that, huh? If they want imbuhan, right, they will tell you. Like for example, kata nama terbitan, then they need imbuhan. Okay, be careful. Then now let us check. What is purata? What do you think purata stands for? Then what do you think hakis stand for? Yes, Roshan, thanks. But stand for what? We all know the meaning, but what do you think they stand for? Okay, Juraga, terima kasih. Betul lah ni. Enci, terima kasih. Very easy one. Now you will know why sometimes it is not totally from front part of the alphabets one. Not exactly. And she thinks both correct. So what is prata? Pukul rata. Then what is hakis? Habis ikis. It means eroded. Oh, yang ni I learned the bahasa Cina from my kid in the morning. Okay, this one is average lah. Okay, dah. So never ever choose JPN, even though SPM also doesn't count. And in exam, you know, morphology. If you tell me, teacher, in exam, I don't know. I don't know what is acronym, but do you know what is kata adjective? Of course, what? So who told you you need to like let go? You don't need to let go. Then teacher, what to do? Afterwards, after I found all words, can you see from the question, they ask us, 100% the one, bina satu ayat. From all four words, you need to bina ayat. So no matter how minimum, you will get about 4 marks. Minimum, you will get about 4 marks. Learn how to score, not how to let go. The only part I said just now, you can let go one part, which is peribahasa, then no more. Okay? Boleh ya? Siap. 3, 2, 1. Answer all given, one sentence also given. So I won't do it now. No worry. Okay? Don't tell me, teacher, what do we do afterwards? No need, no need. Then I have next question for part 2. Syntaxis. May I ask, what do you think syntaxis is? What do you think syntaxis is? This one very easy one. Ayah, macam ni. Yang tu cuma subject predikat. Yes, Cici, I love you, thanks. The other one, the pola ayat. Yeah, syntaxis can be anything related to sentences. Yes, Joey, ayat passive active also consider under syntaxis. So syntaxis is just a general thing called struktur ayat. Where your active, passive, tunggal, majmuk, subject, predicate, pola ayat is everything under struktur ayat. Okay, can ask anything. So, do you spot question? No, don't do that. Never ever spot questions. Okay, then next one is, may I ask from this question, do you think you understand what is ayat majmuk? They said we need to like find 3 ayat majmuk leh. because we need to split the ayat majmuk. May I know what is the idea of ayat majmuk? What do you think ayat majmuk is? Betul, terima kasih. And then Roshan, terima kasih, smart one. Then I ask you a question. What is the word then? Regine, terima kasih. Yes, Joey, nice one. You know why I always ask for a word? Because some of you, you understand the structure, but you give me wrong word. Yeah, like my afternoon, not afternoon, the Chinese class, same. Yeah, just mean thanks. They gave me the correct explanation, but they gave me wrong answer. Where ayat majmuk, anyone in this class, if you going to tell me, teacher, I know kata ayat majmuk ada kata majmuk. This is how you fail for morphology. Ayat majmuk, kita ada kata hubung, bukan kata majmuk. Kerana, kejap, tiada kata hubung. Kerana kata majmuk is combination of two words and there is like new meaning. Yeah, this one is what we call kata majmuk. Yang ni gabungan dua perkataan. Lepas tu ada maksud baharu. Okay, must have new meaning. Like for example, the easiest one in our life. Tanggung jawab. We all know that tanggung, okay, sometimes you don't know. You all know what is jawab, right? And you all know tanggung jawab. May I ask what is tanggung? What is tanggung? Roshan, I love you. Wing Hing, I love you. Great one. Thanks. And then Yanchi, terima kasih. Kai Hai, terima kasih. Smart. You know why? Because a lot of students, they say, teacher, I understand now. But when I split, some of them cannot understand. Maya, thanks. So now it proved again, Form 4 students are the smartest out of all 5 forms. Okay, thanks. So tanggung jawab, what is tanggung? To bear, to carry the accountability. Then, which means kamu menanggung sesuatu. You bear something. Normally, what do we bear? Menanggung jawatan, menanggung tanggung jawab. You carry the responsibility. Boleh, ya? And jawab is to answer. Everybody knows this. But it's not bear the answer lah. Easy? This is what we call kata majmuk when we have new meaning. Settle? May I get the kata hubung from you? Which is, you have to select 3 ayat majmuk for me from the petikan. Just straight away give me the kata hubung. No need to write the full sentence for me. I only want the kata hubung. Okay, Joey, thanks. But before that, I have one more. Everybody found the second one, but how about the first one? Hey, Joey, how could you choose D? D ialah kata apa? How come you will choose D? Yeah. I'm waiting. Yeah. D ialah kata sendi. What is kata sendi? We cannot ignore the word. Yes. Yep, perfect, Joey. Nice one. Great. What is our kata hubung? Other than done. Because done is too easy lah. And one more thing. Who chose the done for first one? Ihan, thanks. And then Shiqing, thanks. I want to ask, who chose done for this one? Anyone? Wei Heng, yes, betul. Kemarin means like that day. Roshan, thanks. For this sentence, remember, okay, Joey, that one also correct, huh? For this sentence, do not choose done. Reason is because I have one more before done. And out of 3 ayat majmuk, I can only split to 6 sentences. That's why I cannot choose done. Okay? Boleh, ya? So, where is my kata majmuk? Kata hubung, walaupun first one. And where is the second one, which is done? And it is the same goes to third sentence. Who chose untuk? I want to ask third sentence. Who chose untuk? because I have kerana in front. So I only choose one. Choose whichever comes first. Boleh? Faham? Can I? Then, my dear, this is how you select the answer in your exam. And then, of course, how do you write? You have to write ayat majmuk first, then you split into two ayat tunggal. Because exam, they stated the question. They said, kenal pasti 3 ayat majmuk. If you do not write, straight away 0 mark. Even though all answers are correct. If you never write the ayat majmuk, then straight away 0 mark. Boleh ha? Ya? 3, 2, 1. No need to write right now. Answer provided, no need to write right now because what I want to do right now is make sure you can sit for exam. Yeah. Next one. Penyuntingan. For penyuntingan, remember, is what we call kesalahan. But as usual, what we learned before, we have 4 types and make sure you follow the sequence. A must to follow the sequence. So, ejaan, when you can change ejaan, please do not change imbuhan. When you can change imbuhan, no need to change tata bahasa. Change the easiest correction. And then, last one, istilah. And then, is it yep, still right in the ayat tunggal, correct? Yeah, is it betul? So istilah is what we call perkataan, the vocab itself. The example that I always give is the tandas thing. You all remember or not? The tandas thing. Saya makan di tandas sekolah. This sentence has no error in terms of ejaan, in terms of imbuhan, in terms of tata bahasa. So what is the mistake? Istilah. Then I have two types of two types of teachers in the answering technique. Some teachers, yes, Kai, thanks. So some teachers are all those teachers which is like very open-minded one. How do you answer? You just write tandas and then change to canteen. Those teachers who are very particular, they will ask you to draw the table. Yep, you need to draw the table. Anyone in this class, your teacher asks you to draw table, draw for them only. Yeah. 事情tak ada, okay? Tak apa. Because if you ask me, as usual lah, I very lazy. I won't draw. Yes. But when I was a student, I will draw because I want them to look very neat. That's why if some teachers ask for a table, draw for them for school exam. SPM, no worry. You can do it like this. SPM, you can do this unless they give last announcement before SPM. Because the government love to give sometimes they will make final changes just 1 week before exam. Yeah, because it is what happened last time for Rumusan. They change format last minute. Yeah, everybody is like crazy. Yep. So be careful on that. Huh? And teacher, what if it is in table? What do I do? Kesalahan. Then pembetulan. So what is the difference? You do not have the arrow. Yeah, just like that. Boleh ha? Then you just write tandas. And then canteen. Okay? And then in exam, some of the questions right now, the latest version, they won't give you this. They won't tell you how many error. They only give you the mark. So in exam, don't ask me, teacher, how many points should I find? How many errors should I find? My dear, people already mentioned 6 marks. Means how many errors? 6 errors. Okay? Boleh? Okay, done? Then now, this one you do at home. Di rumah, okay? Answers provided, no worry. And one more, no need to rewrite the sentence. Jangan salin ayat. Yeah, jangan. Because some kids, they will. And read properly on the number or look at the mark. Yes, open up your eyes during exam. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Joey, nice. Thanks for reply. Open big. then this is what I worry. This is what I worry. Yep, 事情 betul. Ah, 事情 that one only select semula jadi. Ah, no need alam. Okay, dah. Jadi this one you also worry for yourself. Okay lah. So you see, this Bahasa Melayu standard we discussed just now is from classic to modern. But my dear, do not worry. Why? Because it's not like Chinese literature. Chinese one, you need to change a lot, where you don't even understand the word itself. But BM is different. BM is so kind to you. You only need to make sure your imbuhan is correct. You only need to make sure your tata bahasa is correct. And last one, your struktur ayat. Because all of the words actually still the same. Teacher, what do you mean by all these? In Bohan, everybody knows what the only thing is your struktur ayat, where normal sentence is always subject plus predicate, which means we cannot ever start a sentence using kata kerja or anything else. In story, normally our subject will be the character lah, watak. So this is what happened. Boleh? So what do you do in your exam? Don't scare yourself. What are you supposed to do? First step, do something called drawing. What is drawing? Based on all tanda baca or punctuation, do some bracket. Teacher, why this is so childish? Because some of you will combine sentence. This is what I worry. Yeah, remember one thing, cannot combine. Only change within the punctuation. Hanya tukar ayat dalam tanda baca tertentu. Whatever punctuation given, we just follow. Boleh? Then, just bracket. And I think some of your teachers, they told you, after this, what do you do? When you see maka, ignore all, correct? This is what you learn in school. In school, when you see maka, then you ignore. And one more, pun, almost forget. Ignore 100%. But if you ask me, yeah, pun, we can cancel, yes, Joey, correct. But if you ask me, what do I do? Because I need to clarify something. You see, what to do if you were in my class. First step, marker, pun memang cancel lah, okay, 100%. Yes, Kai betul. All of our marker, we have two situations. Why I write one? Number two, marker, in my class, marker, two situation. First one, permulaan. Perenggan. It is at the starting. Then what do you do? Ignore. 100%. Which means the best example is here. Maka. 100% ignore. Boleh? Then, next one. Teacher, so annoying one. My dear, why would you say that this is annoying where I only ask you to remember one word? How come you can remember everything else in your game, but not your studies? Yes. Okay, second rule. If it is in between of the sentences, di antara ayat, which means, teacher, what is the idea of like the antara ayat? In my class, I only allow you to change to one word. In Form 4 lah. In Form 4. In Form 4, I only allow you to change to one word. You know why? Because some teachers told you, maka can change to lalu. Correct. I will only teach my Form 5 like that. because it is a bit complicated. Why, teacher? Can you see? I have a lot of like marker over here. Marker, and then marker, and then marker. Where else? Something like this. If I miss out, no worry. Okay. Then you see, if it is in the middle, we can change to lalu. But what if it is at the beginning, like this one? My dear, I want to ask you, can I use lalu? Can I use lalu for this? Easy, right? Now you understand why in my class I put kemudian instead of I teach you another thing. In SPM, I will teach you the detailed one, but not today. Yeah, because if I teach you today, you will forget after class. Yeah, I cannot bear the consequence. Okay, Joey, thanks. So this one, we have to use kemudian. And kemudian, why leh? It can be in front of the sentence. It can be in the middle of the sentence. Can? For those who are a bit complicated, you annoyed, then what to do? Can be at beginning and middle of the sentence. Okay? Boleh, May I ask this class can follow this? If you can follow, we write the other one for you. Because okay, sure, Joey. Okay, nice one, Chingy, thanks. Because if you can follow this, I give you another one. Another marker. We have selepas itu. We have lalu. So what is the difference? Just nice. I love you all. Selepas itu, only in front. This one, only middle. Easy? Because I have some kids, they cannot understand one. So that's why I only teach kemudian. Then, if you know about this is minimum already. Then next one, in order to get 1 or 2 marks, then what to do? Yes, correct, Joey. Kemudian is neutral. Correct? Then now, you all check. I will only do first sentence. Then you know what is imbuhan, what is tata bahasa, and what is struktur ayat. I don't need to continue too much. I only need to emphasize for first part, which is di Maka Sembah Temenggung. My dear, do I change the marker? Do I change this marker? Do I? Thanks, Kahai. Thanks, Roshan. Thanks, Joey. Thanks, Sushi. Thanks. Totally no need. Because what? Beginning of the paragraph. Then, can we start a sentence using kata kerja? Like, I start from sembah first. Of course, cannot. Yeah. Then, teacher, what to do? Then, give me your subject. In this phrase, yes, Kahai, betul for first part. Next one is our imbuhan. So you see struktur ayat, we start from the character, temenggung. Next one is imbuhan. Sembah is kata kerja. But you all realize, right? Kata kerja, we always need to top up imbuhan. Kahai, this is another one. Also wrong, but it's not totally wrong. Kahai gave me menyembah. If you all gave me menyembah, I will minus mark. Reason is because I do not have a particular person right after menyembah. If I write menyembah, then I have to write temenggung menyembah siapa. If there is nobody, nothing at the back of kata kerja, what is our imbuhan? If there is nothing, what is our imbuhan? Isin, thanks. Terima kasih. I will give you another example, easy one, because bersembah, some of you might be very curious. What is this, teacher? I don't even understand this. I think sembah is pray. No, this sembah is you go and greet somebody. And how do you greet? Is that when you take a bow. Yeah, this is what I call sembah. Okay. Then what is our imbuhan? Imbuhan ber. A bit blur, right, my dear? How to remember? Using proper normal BM word. When you write berkata, you put comma. When you write mengatakan, then you continue. Kahai, nampak tak? Easy? So this is how we learn imbuhan. So who told you that we need to go and buy a Tata Bahasa book and then remember all Tata Bahasa rule? If you are a tutor, you need to, because you need to understand based on the structure, based on the theory, and you make it easier to make people understand. This is a student where what I did in my studies, I buy a lot of all these books, but I will modify from whatever reference and make it into something I can understand. So if you want to improve in BM, right? Form 4 still have time. But you are ending from Form 4 soon. So your weekend, do something, do exercise only. Then you will get very familiar one. Especially for BMS, also the same. Tata Bahasa wise, you will realize one thing also. The more exercise you did, you will understand, and then no need even need to memorize. Langsung tak perlu hafal. Okay boleh. Then next one. Then okay, the rest no worry The rest answer given. So based on one part, I already explained your tata bahasa, struktur ayat, imbuhan. Then, okay, 2, 1, settle. Move downwards. Peribahasa, as I said just now, you can ignore. You can, but what if you can answer? Why not, right? And I had a kid who asked me, where do we memorize the peribahasa from our textbook? Yes, by technically yes. But in SPM, do they only ask for the one from textbook? No. It can be anything, especially in your school exam. They can come out anything. Yeah. Yes, Joey, nice one. Great that you know that. Then remember one thing, this is the reason why I only allow students to ignore this. Only this. Because this one, 1,000 of peribahasa, then only 6 marks. It's not worth. Yeah, langsung tak berharga. Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1. But this one still, if you do exercises, right, you can learn from the answer. How I learn peribahasa? By answer, by picture. Yes, this is how I learn. I learn because I feel like learning. It's not because I am forced to learn. So if you tell me you have extra time, go ahead. This is how you become stronger and become an all-rounder. Okay? So anything by force, you can't improve that quick. Yeah. Then pemahaman, as usual, I told you just now, I only focus on K-but. Why, teacher? K-but must answer. Why? Because the other 2 questions, right, copy answer. Teacher, yes, where? Except for first question. First question is about maksud. You understand, then you understand. You don't understand, then too bad, too sad. Yeah, don't struggle. Yes, don't struggle. But if you ask me, but teacher, as a learner, isn't it we should learn everything? Yeah, you are correct. But you were a last minute right now. Do you think I will force you to memorize things at last minute? You have 10 subjects, my dear. I'm not a crazy human. Okay, that. Then next one, these 2 marks, you can let go. But what if you can answer? Go ahead. Try to grab as many marks as possible. And then question 2, copy paste answer lah. That's why I said this one no need to memorize one. Then your K-but question. How many K-but do we have? 1, 2. It's all K-but. Then teacher, how do I answer? 3 marks. I will always be at first choice. 3 isi tambah 3 huraian. And then second, I have another type of teacher. 3 isi sahaja. Then third one is a bit weird. Separate Isin. For question 2, my dear, Isin asked me a question. For question 2, right, berdasarkan semua bahan, senaraikan cara, normally, what do we do? Split di bahan. Because your teacher want to know where do you get the point from. Okay? Mesti ingat. Then next one, the third one, only certain school teachers. Only certain school teachers, ya. Ya, Cumi betul. Bahan 1, you write everything, then bahan 2. So, number 3, this teacher is a bit weird. 2 isi tambah 2 huraian. Then you know what is next? They will add on 1 mark for bahasa. Weird, right? Never mind. It's okay. If your teacher want this, go ahead. Yeah, I do have teachers who want this, but not much. That's why if you ask me, as usual, I'm always play safe. So how to play safe? Like 3 plus 3. No matter how, you score everything. So nothing to argue. Okay? Easy. Then what if teacher, next question is 4 marks, what? Then 4 plus 4, lor. Then how about second teacher left 4 easy, lor. Third teacher left 3 plus 3, and then plus 1 mark. You know your easy maths, right? Easy calculation. Settle? 3, 2, 1. And now, a lot of students ask, normal class students, they ask, teacher, why you never teach anthology? I want to ask you, is it important to teach anthology? Let us check next question. Then you will know why TTC never teach anthology anymore for Form 4 and Form 5. Because this petikan sastra, you check the question. First one, maksud. Second one, copy answer. Third one, kebat. And then number 4, kebat. Now you know why we focus on essay rather than your paper 2. Jadi maksud confirm give up? No, sometimes you can answer one. Sometimes the maksud is very easy. Sometimes I cannot guarantee, but that's why I say sometimes. Okay, boleh 2 parts, kebat, you have a higher score, which is added together, you have about 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 is 14 marks. And then you plus another copy paste answer is about 20 marks. So who said that pemahaman you need to let go? Don't let go pemahaman. Only students who never understand the paper will let go. When you understand the paper, you let go only certain part. Boleh? Then, of course lah, if can, when you are somebody very strong, of course, don't let go any part. Okay. Then next one, novel. My dear, remember just now I told you, 4 marks, salin jawapan. Because why? It can come out anything. If you are from different zone, also no need to worry. Because why? All answers from petikan. Berdasarkan petikan. Everything sentence form. Cannot put point form. Boleh? No point form. Everything in sentence form. Boleh But the problem arises right now. Second question. This one copy answer not a big deal. But second question. You all thought it is like a PT3. You memorize, then you answer. Just now was novel also, it's just from different zone. Then number 2 is the one. You only choose one novel. But in SPM, sometimes they will ask for 2 novels and ask you to compare. Yeah, so it can be that tricky. Yes. Yeah. In Form 5, 2 novels. Form 4 only one. What? And can you see this question? They never ask for perwatakan watak utama. But the answers are basically kebat plus what? Your sastra. Teacher, I don't understand. What is kebat plus sastra? Which is, can you see? Something that you learned before. They say lah, novel yang telah anda pelajari, jelaskan sikap-sikap watak utama yang anda gemari. How do you answer? You have to give me the keyword saya and gemari. You cannot write watak utama dalam novel ialah, then for example our zone is Adnan, then you say Adnan seorang yang. This is how you will get 0. People ask, you love it, that you like, then you answer me, Adnan seorang yang. You never answer based on the requirement. This is how you fail novel, because your answers are correct, but it is wrong in terms of answering technique. Then teacher, how do I answer? Very easy one. Novel. This one is like applicable for all novels. Yang saya pelajari ialah, write down your novel name, then full stop. Then next one, you have to tell me who is the main character. Yeah. Watak utama dalam novel ini ialah. Then, do you need to write karya? Your question, your answer is like this, this entire thing. Entire thing must write karya. Mesti. You were like my Chinese class student. He asked me also, teacher, I need to write karya. I need to. Then, Chungi, do we say Lieutenant Adnan or Adnan? Wait, you didn't come for class this week, man. You have to write Adnan inside it. Why? Because lieutenant is the pangkat. Okay, boleh ya? So, watak utama ialah blah, blah, blah. Then, how do you continue with your answer? Saya answer based on the question. Yep, Chungi betul. Full name for Adnan without the lieutenant because it is pangkat. Saya menggemari sikap, the character's name, and yang. Macam mana? Then remember your example. This is what I call sastera. You need storyline. Without storyline, 0 mark. You cannot just write, saya menggemari sikap Adnan yang blah, 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 full stop. You need to tell me what did he do to make you like love this kind of behavior or like attitude. This is one easy. And then teacher, 6 marks. Well, how many points should I have? Always remember, when question never give us how many points, always do something called divide by 2. 6 marks, which means 3 isi, tambah 3 bukti. If they say 2, then we write 2. No need purposely go and write 3. Tak perlu, jangan buang masa. Okay? Then teacher, second point, how to continue? Use penanda wacana. Seterusnya, saya menggemari sikap dan yang macam mana. Dan continue loh buktinya. Easy? Yes, correct. Is it? At first we mentioned full name, then the second part we can just write Adnan. Then for third one, but if you worry, right, then you can write full all the way. Then selanjutnya, saya menggemari dan buktinya. Okay. Dah? And I want to ask any school teachers. And then actually, no, form 4, not 3 paragraph. 3 paragraph. Oh. What do you mean? Some teachers, they want you to write all in one. Doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. This is the one I want to ask me. Yes. Any school teachers, they ask for penutup. Kesimpulan. Because in general, no need. What is the point to write? And then is it why some teachers ask for 2 bukti? Because they only ask for 1 idea. Then they ask you to give 2 evidence. Then that time you put 2 bukti because it is being asked. If they mention nothing, just do 1 plus 1. If they purposely mention, then we follow the number given. Always remember, read question. Must. Then penutup, like Cheng teachers want penutup, right? Then for those where your teacher need penutup, how do you write penutup? This one is only if and only if. If your teachers want. If your teacher requires, okay? Only if, how to? Kesimpulannya, saya menggemari sikap, then yang, and then done. Just like this loh. But in general, no need one. Tak perlu penutup in general. So 6 marks. Some of you might say, teacher, 6 marks only, you need to write so much, man. Yes. PM, you always need to write more than the mark provided because we can't afford to lose any mark. We can't afford to lose any mark. Boleh ya? Dah. Atau, wah, Session also come for second time. Yes, correct, Chengi, betul. Ya, Chengi, Wei betul. Just repeat everything. Easy, huh? Because penutup, you don't write pengajaran. Because the question asks for sikap. Then you tell me pengajaran. Ayo, how? Wah, Session, you pandai ni. Tak perlu hadir English, oh. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Done. Then we go downwards, for rumusan. Oh, my dear, for those who are not TDC student, no worry. Your novel notes is here. Yeah, Joey, betul. Yeah, today on time, okay? They say, wow, teacher, wow, we left one more rumusan only. Yes, we become the one who can leave on time today lah, compared to other teachers lah. Okay, we try. We try. 3, 2, 1. Settle lah. Then now, your rumusan. Told you just now, what are you supposed to do? Remember, we have to find focus. Yes, Joey, nice one. Cari fokus. Tetapi mesti ingat, fokus ni berdasarkan petikan dan bahan yang lain. Yeah, not just because based on one passage. You know why I write bahan yang lain instead of like what is that? Bahan graphic? Because sometimes they don't give you graphic. They give you jadual. That's why your teacher in school in your exam question, right? They never write what's that graphic? They always write bahan. Even though petikan also they write bahan pertama. Second bahan kedua, then they will put either jadual or graphic. So always realize one thing: whatever you learn, there is a reason, not by simply learning. Okay. Then cari focus. Sometimes I told you we have 2, sometimes we have 3, based on the point. And then our isi, remember, minimum 2 isi for satu fokus. And then jumlah 8 isi. And then how many paragraph? 4. If it is 2 focus. If it is 3 focus, then how? 5 paragraph. Unless your teacher say you have to combine F2 and F3. But teacher, I don't understand jumlah 8 isi. I told you just now, right? We wrote just now in our format paper, F1 plus F2 equals to 8. Or F1 plus F2 plus F3 equals to 8. We wrote just now, right? Make sure you remember that. Do not ask this question in your exam hall. When you ask this in your exam hall, what is the meaning? You never focus. Yes, you don't know what did you learn. Remember that. And how to read that, my dear, always remember from first word until last. And then just now, Mr. King said, we are tatao ma, always leave it blank ma, right? Most of the time, this one is only for last minute students. Only for last minute student. Last minute, all the other students, you have to refer to pendahuluan, start from first word. Last minute student, really cannot, PM very weak. What do you do? Can you see this? They will always write the hint for you. Terdapat beberapa faktor. So, can you see your first focus? Then teacher, I don't know how to write pendahuluan. Never mind. You can afford to lose 2 marks. But sorry, I can't. Then, your EC, at least you score. How many marks do you have? 6 points times 2, 12 marks. Easy score. Faham? Even though you lose mark for pendahuluan, at least EC you have mark. Learn how to score, but not letting go. Boleh? Siap? Satu? Can I? And then in exam, make sure one thing, all 8 points. And my dear, how do you write? Write in your line. Tulis pada garis. And one more, exam, they won't give you paper, line paper in your question. Question is question, answer sheet is answer sheet. Answer sheet is all in your fullscape paper. You will have the fullscape from your monitor, yeah, fullscape paper, all answers on fullscape. If anyone answer question in your question paper, straight away 0 mark. Straight away 0 mark. If you answer in your question paper, no one will mark question paper. Boleh? Faham, ha? And then remember, graphic, sometimes also you can get point one. Teacher, how can you see this? This one I will emphasize a bit. For this one, all the example, right? Contoh tidak diperlukan. But this is the one, when you check your answer, when you go home, when you check your answer, right? This is Majlis Keselamatan Negara, which means merupakan satu pihak. It is about one particular person in charge. When they wrote about the pihak, which means they are looking for para. Okay, this is the only thing I need to emphasize to you. Yeah, this is the one where most of the kids cannot find. Yeah, langsung tak dapat cari because they only see this particular person in charge, but they said, teacher, no point. Majelis Keselamatan Negara, how do they ensure our tourists will come to Malaysia? May I ask? This one, you need to restructure your own sentence. They only give you a point. Can you restructure it? Of course, in exam, if you can't, then really let go lah. But of course, now I have to teach you. Then may I ask, when they talk about Majlis Keselamatan Negara, what do they do to ensure tourists will come to Malaysia? What do you think? The keyword is very obvious, what, right? Yes, isi terima kasih. How do you ensure people come over? Menjaga keselamatan. Apakah tugas mereka? Menjaga keselamatan. Because I worry when you all check the answer later, you all cannot find it. Menjaga keselamatan. Yes, Joey, perfect. You can write mengukuhkan also from Joey lah. Joey gave me to strengthen. Okay, keselamatan negara. Boleh? Easy? So this is what I a bit worry for rumusan based on the graphic. Yeah, but most of the times the graphic is very easy one with certain keyword, especially first term exam. The only school that you need to worry is CHS. Yeah, CHS love to give you something where you cannot find at all. Yeah, so be more aware, no need to panic. Just stay calm and answer. Really cannot understand? Ask your teacher. What do you think? Boleh ya? Siap. So done. Today, no delay, on time, straight. Okay, no delay. Then go home, scan QR for answer. But yeah, 这些难的. Okay, so go home, scan QR for answer. But after weekend, after weekend. Okay, jumpa lagi for my old student. Okay, jumpa lagi pada hari Isnin. And then menjaga keselamatan negara. Okay, siap. Jumpa lagi. Terima kasih. Bye-bye. Thank you. See you next week. Jumpa lagi.